Hey, welcome everybody to the 4K Lowdown and Turner Fan 77 presents By the Numbers. This is our first episode where we're going to talk about current releases, something that's come out in the last couple of weeks that we've watched. We're going to score them using the Lowdown format. And for this show, we're going to record it, but we will be starting to do this live. So thanks for tuning in with us. My name is David. I am the host, and my co-host is
Rich, aka Turner Fan 77. How's
all
everybody
right.
doing?
Good. All right. Well, brother, so we kind of did this a little bit last year and it ended up falling by the wayside. And I think we kind of picked this up and just because we're always watching current movies. And that's one thing that I like to do without giving spoilers out
Mm-hmm.
is we can actually watch these movies, say what we liked and what we didn't like, and score them using the lowdown without actually spoiling the movie. So kind of give them an idea of whether we liked it or didn't like it, what score we give it, and then you know we're going to save recommendations and stuff for our take two, but just going over what new releases we've watched. So the rules are anything that's come out in the last 2 weeks, so that's 2 Tuesdays back. So we go all the way back to December 20th is our line that we drew in the sand. And we've got a couple movies that came out on the 20th that we're going to review today, and a couple of movies that came out on January 3rd that we're going to review. And then next week, we're going to do the same thing. We'll do something from the 27th, and then we're going to do something that comes out tomorrow. We're going to review that on our next show. So, but we'll iron out the kinks and we'll get this
Mm-hmm.
figured out as we move
Yeah.
along. But
Following
we
it.
got we got 4 movies that we picked out to review. You and I have seen all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so going by new release date, let's first talk about Black Adam. Um, Black Adam came out on the 20th of December. It also came out in streaming. I think it came out earlier in streaming. It's been out
Yeah.
for a little while. So hopefully you guys have already seen it.
Yeah.
But Black Adam stars Dwayne Johnson, Pierce Brosnan. Uh, it's got a good
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah, it
Uh,
does.
there's I can't remember if I get her name right. It's Sherry Shahi, and she was in Person of Interest, and
Chicago Fire.
she did another show called like was something about like remembering past lives or something like that.
Mm-hmm. She's a good actress. She's been
She's good.
around.
Yeah, yeah, I like her a lot, and it was kind of good seeing her in like a major
Mm-hmm.
role like this. So what'd you think of Black Adam when you first
I
watched it?
really, I was looking forward to it
Yeah,
because they've been trying to make this movie for like 15 years. I, I had fun at the theater. I saw it originally in the theater. And then I watched it again on disc because it just came out a couple of weeks ago. Um, I think The Rock is The Rock. Um,
yeah,
I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of range, in my opinion. It's
no,
usually the same. But again, but I had fun. I keep saying I had fun on this movie. I enjoyed it, and no spoilers because we don't talk spoilers.
mhm,
Um, I love the tag at the end. It got me all excited. Got the blood flowing.
yeah,
So yeah, and then it
yeah,
was like all taken away from me. Damn it.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So yeah, there's a really good mid
Pierce
credit
Bronson,
scene.
Pierce Bronson in there is fantastic too.
Pierce Brosnan.
Man.
I think he kills it as Doctor Fate.
Oh,
Uh,
and Hawkman too.
really good.
Again, the
I
whole cast.
like Aldrich Hodge as
Yeah,
Doctor as Hawkman was
yeah,
really good. I liked him in this, and I even like the two kids, the one that
yeah.
played Atom Smasher,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a new show on Netflix now called The Recruit, which I'm
Oh,
really
that's him.
yeah,
I
that's the
didn't
same
know
kid.
that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But yeah, he did a good job. And the girl who plays Cyclone, I've seen her before too, but I can't remember where.
I didn't recognize it from anything.
but I think probably from like something on Nickelodeon or Disney or something.
Probably, probably more likely.
I don't know, but I liked her in this movie too. I
Yeah,
thought it was a good cast. It was
it
pretty
really
solid
was.
across
Hmm.
the board.
I think the
Um,
weakest thing is the villain. I think the villain doesn't hold up.
yeah,
That's just me
yeah.
though.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's I think this movie plays better as a fantasy movie than like a straight up movie. So if you're not a fan of comic book movies, this probably isn't one that's up your
Yeah,
alley. But as far as DC goes, this is probably one of the better ones that DC has done, in my opinion. I wouldn't say top five, but
you know.
it's
I
you
mean,
know
I will revisit this movie over and over again because it's just a
yeah,
fun watch. You pop
it's a
in,
fun
pop some
watch.
popcorn,
Yeah,
and enjoy a couple hours.
yeah,
And the 4K looks fantastic.
yeah. The 4K is
Hmm.
absolutely fantastic, and it's got great sound. And you know how
Yeah.
I am about sound. I
Hmm.
love it's got good bass in it.
Hmm.
I was able to shake the house.
Yeah.
I watched it in 4K last night, and I really enjoyed it. But I've
I did
already
too.
seen it.
Yeah, I watched mine last night too.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, and I've already seen it because I saw it again. I saw it in the theater too, and then I saw it
Hmm.
on streaming when it came out on streaming. I think I saw it twice on streaming before it came
Yeah.
out on physical, and then I bought the 4K because I know it's worth having on 4K with the CGI and the graphics are really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely thumbs high on it. But let's go to the scores. So like I said, it came out on the 20th. I don't want to do the do you want to do the budget and the
We don't have
money
to do that. We
indicator?
don't have to do the
I don't
budget.
think we do that.
Save time.
Let's just go straight to the scores. So for cast, you went 10, I went 9. For acting, we were both at a 7. For the trailer, you went 8, I went 9. For the ending, you went 8, I went 10. For the story, you went 8, I went 6. Script, we were both at a 7. For the cinematography, you went 7, I went 9. For direction, we were both at a 7. Music, you went 5, I went 6. And for the wild card, as it's a fantasy movie, we were both at a 9. You gave it a 76. I gave it a 79 for a total average score of 77.5.
That's what I gave it 3.5. I think 3.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I That's about what I'd give it to. I haven't put mine on Letterbox yet, but yeah, I'd probably give it 3.5.
Yeah. I like it. It's a fun movie to watch. You got nothing to do on a Friday night. Pop some popcorn, put it in, and enjoy it.
Yeah, just have fun with it.
How much did you pay for yours?
Um I'm pretty sure it was well, because I bought it twice. So um
Who does that?
I know, right? Who double dips like that? What's the matter with you, Dave? Uh no, so I paid 29.99 for the regular for the 4K for this one.
Right.
Um, and then I think the one with the other one that I have, and this
That's
one's going to
smart.
stay sealed, and that's the Walmart exclusive.
I think it was 32.
I think it was 32 or 34.
Yeah, it was one of those two. Yeah,
The Walmart exclusive with the Funko. So
I like that.
this one's staying in the package.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think I paid 32 or 34 for it,
Yeah,
and I think it was worth it.
yeah, me too. Because I paid 28.99 for mine,
Yeah.
4K, and yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, I love the slip. Nice matte finish.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good slipcover.
Yeah, I like the 100th anniversary
Yeah,
sticker.
you were talking about the 100th anniversary sticker.
Hmm. I don't know why I like that. I do.
You know, and then you got just the
Yeah.
same deal on the cover. I decided not to go with the steel book though, just just because. But
Why?
I
Normally
don't know.
you get the steel book.
I know I usually get the steel book, but I wasn't into it. But I wanted to get the movie on 4K.
Yeah.
I think it was when I saw it was like real expensive, and
It
it
wasn't.
wasn't even like 34.99 or whatever. It was like 42 or something like that. And
Ooh.
I'm like, no, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Hell no. That's a lot.
So now So yeah, I actually went that well, I went with Black Adam first, and I probably shouldn't have, but Black Adam actually came out on the 3rd on physical, but it's been out on streaming for a while. So
Yeah,
and that
it's a
one's
big,
the
nice movie to have in your collection.
I think so. That's
Hmm.
a fun movie.
Yeah,
And if you're any type of comic book fan, you've got all the other ones anyway. So you
yeah,
might as well have this one too. Um, but yeah, with that end credit scene, or the mid credit scene, there's no end credit scene.
yeah. I call it mid credit. I said end credit, but
Yeah, it's a mid credit scene, but if you watch the mid credit scene, you'll see what we're talking about. It was like I was really jazzed
me too.
about the mid credit scene. And then they take the gas out of your sail later on. Um, all right, so let's go. So let's go back. There are a couple movies from the 20th, and then we'll jump in and we'll hit the other one from the 3rd.
Okay.
Um, so I blind bought this on a whim because I'm a huge Kate Blanchett fan, and that's Tar.
Yeah,
Um, so
I like that slip.
yeah, it's nice. So now Tar it's a biopic for those of you that don't know, and I'm gonna read the IMDb description, or I could read it from the box. Let me read it from the box. It says from director, writer, producer Todd Field comes Tar, starring Kate Blanchett as the iconic musician Lydia Tarr. The film examines the changing nature of power, its impact and durability in our modern world. Not much going on. So basically,
Mhm.
it's a biopic about Lydia Tarr, who is like this great modern conductor, and she was a conductor of the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra until a scandal hit that kind of got her booted out. So what it is about this movie, and it's funny because um, Kate Blanchett really just kind of rocks this role. She did an
Yeah, she
amazing
is fantastic in this role. I didn't know who this person was. I
job.
have no um, knowledge of that field of, being a conductor. When I think I kind of like speed read the plot of it somewhere, and I thought they were talking about a train, but that's just me. And
There's no train, bro. It's
um,
there's no train.
this
Um,
is I liked this movie, but would I watch it again? I don't
yeah,
think I.
yeah. That's the thing. I honestly don't know if I would watch it again. I'm glad I have it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad I watched it, but I don't know if it's more than a one time watch. I
Yeah,
really, unless you are unless you are familiar with her work,
yeah. That's the thing.
or and there's a very big LBGTQ thing going on
Mm-hmm.
with this, because she's a lesbian and they talk about that, and that seems to be a scandal. But you can tell how modern this is because when they do the interview, um, they interview Lydia Tarr in the beginning of the film, and it's like right around COVID. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how close to modern this is. I knew a little bit. My grandparents were classically trained. They did orchestras and they did, all all instruments, everything you can think of. They were in. They did their own string quartet. They were. My grandfather built his own violins and cellos and guitars and stuff like that. He built my first guitar.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh, yeah, it was really cool, and he built it because he actually watched me play, and he made the guitar special by the way I held my guitar when I played because I always held it a little bit weird. So I was always really small for my size. So most people hold the guitar out like this, and I held my guitar like this so that I could reach
Oh, okay.
better.
Yeah.
And so my grandfather handmade my guitar, and he made it with a 3/4 bridge, which means it's the neck of it's like 3/4 shorter or a quarter shorter than a normal guitar. And then the bridge, which is it's a little plastic thing that goes at the end of the thing where you
Mm-hmm.
strum the guitar, and it's normally supposed to be flat, supposed to be level, but he made it at an angle because of the way I hold the guitar,
Oh,
and
cool.
it made it really cool. And unfortunately, it was stolen, but um, so I don't have that guitar anymore. Um, but when she was talking about in the movie what it's like to be a conductor and what a conductor actually does, it really shed some light. It was basically what my grandfather taught me as a kid. So that kind of hit home with me. I got a little bit of that because I have a little bit of the knowledge of the classical stuff.
Okay.
I didn't know about her before this movie, but after I watched this movie, I kind of read up on Lydia Tarr and who she was. And it was interesting. It was an
She's still
interesting,
alive?
yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Like I said, modern
Well,
times.
I
Lydia
didn't know
Tarr
if.
is- Yeah, she's absolutely
I
still alive.
hope Kate Blanchett gets an Oscar nom for this
Yeah.
because, oh man, she just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
She's just an amazing actress.
She's amazing, and I hope the movie itself is it's decent,
Hmm.
but it's not great. But her performance in this movie is worth an Oscar nomination.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, there's a movie that Leonardo DiCaprio did called J. Edgar where he plays
Mhm.
J. Edgar Hoover, and his role is amazing, but the movie wasn't that good. So it ends up suffering in the Oscars, and he didn't even get nominated.
No, did you get this on sale or did you? Uh, um,
Um, no, I did not get it on sale, but it was 17.99 at Target,
oh, that's not bad.
so it wasn't bad.
See that I would pay. I paid $15
Yeah,
to $17 for that movie and
yeah,
have it on the shelf.
yeah. I
I
I
wouldn't
think
pay.
it, I think it was worth it, and it was a good watch. It's just it's just not something
Mm,
I wouldn't go and grab it on
yeah,
any day of the week. But if somebody's like, "Oh, hey, do you have that Lydia Tarr movie?" and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll put it in for you,"
yeah,
and then I'll watch it again. But I know what happens. I know what it's about.
yeah,
It was interesting.
yeah.
Um,
Great performance. Again, we can't iterate enough.
yeah,
Kate
Kate
Blanchett.
Blanchett,
Do we
amazing.
recommend you watch it? Yeah, it's
I'd say it's worth a watch.
yeah.
I don't think I'm not going to recommend people buy it,
No.
but if you get a chance to check it out for free, or you can catch it
Hmm.
pretty reasonably cheap on Vudu or something like that, then yeah, it's worth checking out. Or when it comes out on premium channels or something like that, then yeah, it's probably worth a watch. Um, but if you are in that classical field and you know about
Hmm.
orchestras and conductors and things like that, it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our scores on it. So for Tar, uh, for cast, you went 7, I went 5. For acting, we were both at a 10. For plot, for the trailer, we were both at a 7. Ending, you went 9, I went 8. Story, you went 7, I went 8. For script, we were both at an 8. For cinematography, you went 5, I went 6. For direction, you went 6, I went 7. For music, you went 6, I went 8. And for the wild card, as it's a drama or biopic, you went 6, I went 7. Total scores, you gave it a 71. I gave it a 74 for a total average score of 72.5.
That's about right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it comes in lower than Black Adam, but
Well, we got
rightfully
two different
so.
types of movies.
Yeah, it was totally different
Hmm.
genres. And this is normally not something I would watch. So um but like I said, I saw Kate Blanchett's name on it and I love her. I think she's an amazing
Yeah.
actress. And it's worth it just to see her perform in this.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So also coming out on the 20th was a little movie called The Banshees of Inisherin. And The Banshees of Inisherin stars, it's a very small cast,
Hmm.
but you have Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. For those of you who don't know who those are, Colin Farrell's been out there forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the first movie since Daredevil where I actually heard his real accent. Um, and then Brendan Gleeson, he's, if you watch the Harry Potter films, he's Mad Eye Moody.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a whole bunch of movies, just two really good actors. And that's evident in this movie. The acting in here is really, really good. But I don't own the physical copy, and I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it. I'm
Yeah.
glad I'm glad I asked you about it, and you said, "Oh yeah, it's on. You can watch it on here for free." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I definitely want to watch it first, and I'm glad I did. I don't think I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if it was under $10 Blu-ray,
If it was a
but
$10 Blu-ray, yeah, because you don't even get. Yeah, it's on HBO Max right now, you guys. If you want to check it out and you've got HBO Max, otherwise the Blu-ray right now is $20 with no
mm-mm,
slipcover.
mm-mm,
So I'm gonna wait.
yeah.
Uh,
Hopefully Black Friday. I would add it to my um, collection again, $10 or lower. That's it. I ain't paying.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Because will I revisit this movie anytime soon? Mm-mm,
No, no.
uh-uh. I mean, the
Uh,
performance, Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. That's how you say it, right?
yes,
Great. Colin Farrell he's a very underappreciated actor.
Colin Farrell is an amazing actor,
Yeah.
and yeah, he does not get the credit that
No,
he deserves.
I
Uh,
think he carries this movie. He does the heavy lifting, I think.
I think
Because the
so.
other dude can't
Yeah,
lift.
I
So,
think I think well, not after, but
no
he goes.
spoilers.
But I do like I like Brendan Gleeson. I think he's a
I
good
do
actor
too.
too, and I really like the Carrie Condon who played the sister
Mm-hmm.
of Colin Farrell. I liked her in this movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not a very good. It's not a very big cast. So basically, the the gist of the plot is two lifelong friends find themselves at an impasse when one abruptly ends their relationship with alarming consequences for both of them. So it's basically these two guys have been friends for so long, and they're on an island. Inisherin is an island off the coast of Ireland, just so you guys know. So these guys are all Irish, real thick Irish accents. And this island probably has 20 people on it.
Yeah.
So there's hardly anybody here. And then all of a sudden, these two guys who've been friends forever, all of a sudden one of them is like, I don't like you anymore. just
Right?
just don't want you to talk to me anymore. And it goes to such an extent that you won't believe it. Even
Yeah.
after you watch it. I can't believe he did that. Um, but even though it's not my style, and
And it's a beautiful looking movie too.
it's a beautiful. I mean, the countryside
The
is. I would love
cinematography.
to go there and just walk around
Yeah.
because it's just gorgeous there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's a period piece. It's happening during the Ireland Civil War when the IRA was
Mm-hmm.
fighting for freedom and stuff like that. But it's all happening on the mainland, so they can kind of hear the battles going on while they're
Mm-hmm.
sitting there on the little island. And I thought that was really interesting, kind of on the outside, on the outside looking in, almost um,
There's
almost
a
like a
couple.
fishbowl.
There's a line in there in the movie. Something happens and there's fire, smoke,
Yeah.
and one of the late actresses was going to be able to see that from the mainland. And I thought, huh, I just something about that line, the way she said it, the way she delivered it. I don't know. I just like that. And the kid from Eternals is in this. I don't know if he's a
Yes.
kid. I call him a kid. And I think one of my favorite. I don't know why I love this scene. I went back and watched it twice. Not the
Okay.
movie, just the scene.
Just that
Uh,
scene, huh?
you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know yet. I
Um,
know which one with the kid that you're talking about,
he
but
comes up to the sister and and he goes, but this is not a spoiler. At least I don't think it is. Ask, would you date me, or something
yeah,
like that? And she's like, like, sorry, no. He goes,
no,
what if about when I get to be your age? And she's like 20, 30 years older than he is.
Yeah.
And she's like, sorry, no, and kind of chuckles. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's another scene that I just really liked in this movie. It was beautifully shot. The way he delivers his lines, it's perfect. I thought. I
Yeah.
don't know the guy's name. Um, I should, because he's in Eternals. He's in Dunkirk, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Um,
see.
just a great actor all the way around. I like that.
Barry Keoghan, I think.
I think that's right. I think you're right.
Barry Keoghan or Kogan. It's Keoghan. I think it's pronounced Keegan.
I like him a lot.
But yeah, he did really good in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, but it was just really, I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
And
But not. I mean, it's not like
it's not
crazy
like
weird.
it's not like it wasn't like Men or anything like that. It was
No.
just kind of like, I'm kind of like, why? But I was compelled to watch it till the end because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see how it finished. Was he gonna like, I'll be your friend again, or were they gonna kill each other, or
Mm-hmm.
what was gonna happen? And there were some sad bits, there were some funny
Yeah, there
bits.
was.
There's some bits where I'm like, okay, I have no idea what they're saying. Like right in the beginning, where he first starts like, "Don't talk to me, don't come around me,"
Yeah.
and the other people in town are like, and they keep asking, "Are you rowing? Are you guys rowing?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? What is rowing?
Right.
Are they in a boat together? Are they supposed to be canoeing or something?" But no, apparently that means like fighting or arguing or something,
Yeah.
some kind of Irish slang. But I had no idea, and it
Yeah.
and it bugged me until I got to a point in the movie where I was like, "It's got to mean like they're arguing or fighting or something." And Colin Farrell's like, "I don't know what's going on. As far as I knew, you
Yeah.
liked me yesterday." And he's like, and the other guy's like, "Did I?" I don't think I liked you yesterday. And it was just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It played out um like a just like a grim reality show to where you're just like, wow, I can't believe all of a sudden these two guys don't like each other anymore. And then it went to extremes. It went to levels that I didn't expect.
Yeah. I didn't expect that either.
Um, but I had to finish it. And
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm done watching it, will I see it anytime soon? Probably not. I don't I don't think it's worth a buy. Not at
No.
$20,
I
but
think it's like $22, I thought.
yeah, it was 19.99 at Best Buy when I
Oh,
saw
okay.
it, and I almost grabbed it. And then I'm
Well, I'm
like,
glad
you
you
know
did.
what? I want to see if Rich has it
Yeah.
because I knew you wanted to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, it's on HBO Max. I'm like, oh, good, because I want to see it. So yeah, I will definitely wait for it to go cheap,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll probably get it. Like, yeah, if it goes to $10 or something, I think
Yeah.
it's worth it.
This is a $10 buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's interesting because some of the guys that I know have said this is their favorite movie of 2022.
Mhm. And I see. I mean, it's great.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's well done, but yeah, it's not my style.
No, me neither.
And but
Great performance by
it's
both actors.
definitely worth a watch. It's definitely worth watching. I wouldn't pay regular price for it.
Yeah, we recommend it to
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah,
But then
recommend it
make
as
your own
soon as you can
opinion.
for sure. But let's go to the scores for it. So, and we were both on the same page with this. So for cast, you were at a 4, I was at a 5. Acting, we're both at a 10. For the trailer, you went 5, I went 6. For the ending, you went 8, I went 7. Story, you went 10, I went 9. Script, we were both at a 9. Cinematography, we were both at a 7. Uh, Direction, you went 6, I went 7. Music, we were both at a 5. For the wild card and drama, comedy, however you want to call it, you went 7, I went 8. Total scores, you gave it a 71, I gave it a 73 for a total average score of 72. So
Hmm.
unfortunately, it takes the lowest spot in our, well, so far, but we haven't got to the last movie.
Yeah. Again, with the one-time watch, and then
I,
if you guys like it, by all means, add it to your collection.
yeah, I think yeah, it's worth a watch. And then yeah, if you like it, but check it out on HBO Max. See if
Mm-hmm.
you can get to watch it for free first. And then if you think, oh yeah, I would watch that again, then definitely go buy it.
Yeah.
But I think after you watch it the first time, you'll be like, okay, I don't need to see that again for a while because I kind of know what happens.
Yeah.
And then,
Because the movie's the journey. You're like, okay, like you said earlier, you want to know what the hell happened between those guys.
yeah, I want to know how it
Mm-hmm.
finishes. I got invested in the characters.
Yes,
Is
and
what it
that
was.
goes back to their acting. I mean,
Yeah, and this
oh,
goes back to the job that they did,
mm-hmm.
including the sister, the farm animals coming. I don't. I wanted to know about the dog. I wanted to know about the horses, about the
Mm-hmm.
donkey. I wanted all that. I wanted all of it. The boy, the police officer guy who was the dad. I, I wanted to know. I wanted to know the end of all the characters. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
know what happened to all of them.
Yeah,
Now I didn't get what I wanted out of all of them. Some of it was sad. Like I said, some of it was sad.
it
Some
was
of it was
sad.
funny.
I mean,
Some of it was like angry, like
mm-hmm.
it came to a head, and I was like, wow, okay. Um, so just just taking that into consideration, it's definitely worth watching just to go through the story
Yeah,
of how it goes. And um even if it's not your style, because it's not our style,
yeah,
but
definitely not my
it
style.
was definitely a good watch. Okay, we got one more to do, and this one came out on the 3rd with Black Adam. And in retrospect, I probably should have saved Black Adam for last because I think it gets the highest score off our list today.
That's okay.
But it's okay. It's our first one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get better as we go. So our last movie we're going to talk about is Pray for the Devil. And I do like the slipcover.
I do too. It was a very nice slip.
It's very glossy and very very creepy looking, but it looks like the poster.
Yeah.
And I did not, they have the 4K available for this. I did not get the 4K,
Well,
and
I'm
I'm
glad you
glad
didn't.
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Um
How much you pay for it?
14.99.
Well, for a blind buy, I think $14.99 is a good price.
Yeah. And it was worth it for me. I enjoyed it. I for if you guys don't know by looking at this poster, it's a possession movie.
Yeah.
It's demons, it's possessions, and one thing that I have to have in a possession movie is there has to be a good exorcism scene. That is up front and foremost on my mind when I watch a
Yeah.
possession movie is I want good exorcism scenes, and there is in here. I like the exorcism
Yeah.
scenes in here. Unfortunately, this
The
movie
acting.
felt like it was a TV movie.
Mm-hmm. It
The
really
actor,
did.
the actors were not very good.
And I
Um,
like the priest in there. He's from 13 Reasons Why. I liked him in that. But here it felt forced. He didn't feel believable.
yeah,
Yeah, it was rough. No, the demons, they were cool looking. I dug that.
yeah.
But I
I
think that's
dug
really
I
about
dug
it.
some of the, because you want like, you know, you're looking for something like The Exorcist. You want the bed to shake. You want things to happen. You
Mhm.
want lights to go blasting, and you want people to go flying. And you get that. You get all the good exorcism possession effects. People crawling up the walls
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
that's cool. I did like that.
You get
And
you get all that good stuff.
hmm
And there's a good story kind of behind it. It's unfortunately wasted on this
yeah,
actor, these actors who, I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling it from them. I
no,
mean, you could sit there and make it look like you're crying all you want, but I am not feeling the emotion from these
I ain't
guys.
gonna lie to you, man. I paused it. I maybe watched 45 minutes of it and paused it, and I was like, oh, I need to take a break. This shit sucks. You know. Um, I came back to it. I was like, okay, I fucking cleaned the palette. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back,
I'm gonna
try to
put a Disney
keep it
movie
open.
in or something. Give me
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, classic.
Yeah. Um, like I said, I liked it, but this movie needed help. And um
And by
it's
help, they
funny when I
cast.
when I got to the end of this, I was like, you know what? This would be a good pilot for a TV series.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt
I
like.
totally agree with you.
Um, because if you watch the end and the end did not happen how I wanted to, I think the a really good ending was right there for him, but they didn't play it that way. And but the way that they ended it, I was like, oh, that could easily be the pilot for a series, and this would be an
Oh
interesting
yeah,
series.
I would
With
watch.
I would watch it.
I would too.
Okay. Oh Jesus. The okay. I'm gonna read the back of the box, which
You
is
sounded surprised.
yeah, a little I almost needed an exorcism after looking at this box. So it says Sister Anne believes she is answering a calling to be the first female exorcist, but who or what called her? In response to a global rise in demonic possessions, Anne seeks out a place at an exorcism school reopened by the Catholic Church. Until now, these schools have only trained priests in the rite of exorcism, but a professor, and that's the dude that you're talking about, the priest, recognizes Sister Anne's gifts and agrees to train her. Thrust into the spiritual front line with fellow student Father Dante, Sister Anne finds herself in a battle for the soul of a young girl who Sister Anne believes is possessed by the same demon that tormented her own mother years ago. Determined to root out the evil, Anne soon realizes that evil has been expecting her. I read that and I was like, dude, I want to see this movie
Mm-hmm.
because that I was interested. And I liked the trailer for this. I enjoyed the trailer, but the trailer took all the best of me
Yeah,
and put it into one thing.
and that's
So
an unfortunate thing that happens a lot now.
yeah,
I mean,
but like I said, I do like the story with the little girl
mhm.
and the nun and her mother, and I dug that. It was just wasted on the
I like the
cast.
flashback scenes.
Yes.
I thought that was well done.
Yeah. I thought that was really well done too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wait till it hits Netflix. That's my thoughts.
yeah, Netflix or it's gonna yeah.
It's somewhere. You
I'm
made it.
glad I got it. I would
But you like possession movies, so
I like possession
yeah.
movies. I'm kind of a sucker for them, um so it gave me just enough to where it was worth the buy for me. But just enough. All right, so let's go to the scores. So for cast, we were both at a 4. Acting, we were both at a 6. For the trailer, you went 5, I went 9. Ending, you went 7, I went 8. Story, you went 8, I went 7. Script, you went 5, I went 7. Cinematography, we were both at a 5. Direction, you went 5, I went 6. Music, and this is the first time I think you did a 4 for the music, and I did a 5. For the wild card as a horror movie, you went 6, I went 8. You gave this a 55, almost as bad as Valentine, I think. I gave it a 65 for a total average score of 60. So this actually takes our bottom spot this week.
Yeah. I,
Um, if I, I would say
I
if
would
you
never watch
are
it in
a
the theater.
huge horror movie fan, and Mika, I'm talking to you. Um,
Yeah.
no, I know there's fans out there like Mika and I think Nate likes horror movies and
Hmm.
stuff like that. This might be worth a watch, might, but I am like I will watch anything that's a possession movie. That's like my favorite subgenre of horror movie is the paranormal, the possession movies,
Hmm.
and I would give this a meh. Um,
But you just
so
told him to watch it.
yeah, so I you watch at your own risk, but
Yeah. It's a
there
pass for me.
if you if you can see the forest through the trees and kind of understand the potential of what that movie could
Yeah.
be, it's worth checking out. But if you can't get past the acting
It's
and
hard. That acting's rough.
there's some tough scenes where you're like, oof, the little girl in here, she's not very good.
You know,
But
even
yeah,
as the main lead.
even the main lead, she just phones it in.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's a scene where she cries, and I don't believe a
No,
second.
not one. Yeah.
I'm like, she just put onions under her. That's she she is not sad at all. The other
Yeah.
priests in there are just awful. The mother superior is awful. I know I recognize the cardinal, the one who plays the cardinal. He's awful. He phoned it in.
They all did.
Um, they all did. It was bad. Um,
Yeah.
about like that.
Ooh. Yeah.
um, I think I actually like The Imitation better than Pray for the Devil.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I
Uh,
think I get the invitation.
you
I
gave it a
want
half
to.
star, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
You gave it a half a star, and you were like, "Oof, that was a tough watch." And I watched it, and I was like, "Okay, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think The Invitation was bad, but would I watch it again? Probably not."
yeah,
I just didn't. They were trying to be coy about the story, and you're like, "Come on, really with the stuff,
yeah.
please." And again, the acting's not very good, but the acting in The Invitation is better than Pray for the Devil. I'm going to say
I
that.
will agree with that. I
Uh,
will agree with that.
but also think The Invitation is written better than Pray for the Devil. Just not executed well.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I still Disaster Candy. I like I know it's bad for me, but I still want it, and
yeah.
that's kind of how I felt about Pray for the Devil. I still liked it, but yeah, I wouldn't
I would
at
not never watch
best
it again.
at best it's a middle of the road movie at best, and that's only if you are a junkie for anything paranormal.
Yeah. If you're not, like,
If you're
like,
not, I'd steer clear of it.
yeah,
Just say no. All right, so let's recap. So our highest rated movie of the group, we had 4 movies that we did. Our highest rated movie was Black Adam.
fun.
Fun movie, good multiple watch movie. Our average score 77.5. Um, coming in next, I think it's it's Tar. So
Yeah,
Tar is number 2 at 72.5.
great
Then
performance.
yeah, great performance, good story. I like biopics. She did a great job.
She did.
And then Banshees of Inisherin comes in at 72. They're right next to each other. And I feel about the same about each
Yeah,
one, about both of those, really. Um, Great performance, good story, not something I would watch generally again. Um, but yeah, I would buy it if it was on sale. And then
$10 or less.
yeah, $10 or less on Blu-ray, especially with no slip. And coming in, bringing up the rear, last and certainly least of what we watched is Pray
Yeah,
for the Devil, which comes in with a total score of 60. And you can't dance to it. But
yeah.
that's it. So that's our show. We're just under 45 minutes. I think that's really good.
And
Um,
if you guys want to talk these movies, let us know what you think in the comments about these 4 movies because we would love to read your comments.
yeah. And when we go live, we're going to do live shows like this.
Yeah.
In fact, for sure, starting in February, every one of these shows is going to be live on Monday nights.
Mm-hmm.
So you can join with us. Also, in the comments, give us movies, new releases that have
Yeah.
just come out that you want us to review. We'll be more than happy to jump
Yeah.
in and grab them and review them and give you the scores. So I think that's it. Anything you want to
That's
say, bro, before we
no,
get out of here?
no, man. Thank you. I'm excited to talk new movies because we rarely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to open the can of worms on new movies.
Yeah, me too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So next week, we know for sure that we're going to review The Menu, Devotion,
Mm-hmm.
Halloween Ends, and I think we'll do the Blue Eyes one or the Sick one. I don't know.
Yeah.
or maybe both. Maybe we do 5 movies next week. I don't know,
Yeah, we could.
but we'll see. We'll see what else we get. I am looking at. Oh, have you seen Terrifier 2?
I have now. That's not for me.
Okay,
I
because
mean, but if you want
Terrifier 2 came out on the 27th, so I was thinking about doing that, but I haven't seen it yet. I just got it.
does it come with digital? Probably not.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
it does. I don't think
I don't
so.
think it comes from
Mm-mm.
a regular distributor, so I don't think it's
Mm-mm.
coming with a digital.
Yeah.
But I think we might check out Vesper. I'm looking at that one
Mm-hmm.
that comes out tomorrow, and I'm also looking at the movie Piggy that comes out tomorrow too. But I don't know if either of those will have a digital copy. If they do, then and I get them, then I'll have you check those out too.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
that's it.
I think we're done.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks everybody. We'll see you guys next week with some more new releases. Stay tuned for our next episode of By the Numbers. Also coming up are our top tens and our Lowdown Award show coming up on Thursday the 19th. So you guys join us on YouTube.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Uh,
blast.
that's going to be a blast. We're going to do our votes for our favorite physical releases and streaming videos of last year. Hopefully, you guys can stay tuned because your votes are going to decide the winner of each category.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm Dave, and that's Rich, and
Take care, guys.
that's a wrap. Take care, everybody.